Garrett Blevins here with an overview of Raw Nationals. Ended up doing pretty well in this meet, went 8 for 9, and was overall happy with the performance, even though the results weren't exactly what I wanted them to be. This opening squat moves pretty well. Squats in general had been feeling pretty good this training cycle. That opener moves pretty well for me. I've been able to clean up my squat form a little bit, though I am thinking about going back to flat-soled shoes. I'm stronger in flats, but my form and depth is more consistent in heeled shoes. It was pretty impressive. To me, the standard of judging that they had at this meet, I was very impressed with the level and the professionalism that was displayed by all the competitors, as well as the referees and everybody involved. Really appreciated everybody there and all the work that they did. I was happy with this last squat. I did get one red light on it, but it passed. It was a little bit higher on this one than on the previous two, but 677 ties my all-time meet PR, and I felt pretty happy with the way it moved. I need to clean things up just a little bit, as a little too grindy, but overall, pretty happy with that, especially for being in a different time zone. This is by far the best I've ever done with any sort of travel. Bench press, opener moved a little slow. I was kind of surprised with that, but that's just the way it goes sometimes. 457 moved a lot better in my opinion. I had a better setup on this rep and really felt like that was a smooth rep. Took a conservative jump only because in this meet I was trying to make as many attempts as I could for the best chance of success. I was not going for it on this meet. That was not the point. And so 479 moved really well. I would say maybe RP 8, 8.5. Definitely had some left in the tank, which I saved for deadlifts, which came in very handy. If my back had not been fresh for deadlifts, this meet would have been a lot tougher and the result a lot worse. 650 moved pretty slow, and it was at that time in the meet when I realized, man, things are getting a little tough here. Starting to get a little tired, and I've just found that I just run out of gas a little bit. This rep here, I got out in front of it, my hips rose out of the hole, and the bar was about an inch off my shins the entire way up. That took all of the strength that I had left in the day, and this rep here missed and ended up coming in second place. Eli was able to deadlift, I believe, 777, and beat me out by 2.5 kilograms. He may have had a little bit more in the tank anyway, so congratulations, Eli. You're a great lifter, and it was great to compete against you. Bryce Lewis came in after me, and Nick Tyluki after him. Nick Tyluki gave me a run for my money, too. He had a deadlift on the bar to beat me out, brought it off the floor, but wasn't able to finish the rep. Nick, it was awesome to compete with you, and I look forward to doing so again. Bryce Lewis, who finished third, is coming up into the weight class in the 105s. He still has some room to grow. And so I'm definitely going to have to be stepping up my game to compete against these people, as well as there's a couple of sleepers out there who are going to be coming in, I think. I've heard some news and some rumblings about some younger lifters coming in who are going to have some great totals. So ended up with 835 as final total, Wilks of 503, which I'm happy is the highest in my weight class. Even though I didn't win, I weighed in a little light. I came in with 503 Wilks. Eli, I think, had 502. Bryce had 501. So top three guys separated by one Wilks point across the board. As I was reading through some of the scriptures that deal with failure and disappointment, I came across 2 Corinthians. And it really, I think it hit me hard and in a different way than I'd read it before. Specifically the end, when I'm weak, then I am strong. Obviously, in powerlifting terms, this has direct application. But I was, on a personal note, I was praying consistently throughout this competition that I and my competitors rise to the best of their ability and compete well. And that whatever I did in my actions, that I would bring glory to God. And as I read through this, I was reminded that it is not always success or things going well or things going according to the best plan or even the plan that we have that brings glory to God. Rather, it's often in our weaknesses, our inability to succeed with the results or the intentions that we have. I think of Jesus' mission and what looks like failure for him. He's crucified, and this looks like success. The people around him have faltered. He's been betrayed by one of his closest followers. He's been denied by one of his closest disciples, and things don't look so well. But God takes those instances, those weaknesses, those failures, and can use them for his glory. And personally, I can speak that I don't know. I'm thinking Rocky 3 kind of on another side. But I have the eye of the tiger, and I'm hungry. I got second, which in many ways is the first loser. And that's lit a fire under me to really step it up this next year of training, to establish new goals, and to really move beyond any of the strength where I've been at before. And I don't know exactly how I'm going to do that. I definitely know I'm going to keep working with Hanny at TSA. They helped me so much in this meet. And come in and go 8 for 9 after going 5 for 9 and totaling 17-19 last year. This was a huge PR for me as far as travel. And though it's easy sometimes at a local meet when you're just going down the street from your house to do well, going out and traveling and being judged by the strictest standards, that's really a whole different ball game. And so even though this total is not the highest that I've ever done, it's one of the totals that I'm most proud about. And even though I didn't take first, it was an honor to compete in such a contested class. And I look forward to doing it again next year. I want to thank my wife for helping me out filming and for being there, helping me all the way through this trip. I want to thank all the coaches, Hanny obviously, but also Matt Gary helped me out as well in this meet, and I wanted to say thanks for that. So many good people at this meet, really too many to name. I really enjoyed being there with Bryce Lewis and going through and warming up. We were on the same platform warming up together, and really a lot of camaraderie, a lot of good spirit in this group. I just really enjoy the USAPL and the people involved. And last, but certainly not of least importance, I want to thank God for the ability to lift, for the freedom to be in a place where I have the luxury to engage in this hobby, and for keeping me healthy, and hopefully for letting me move forward in this pursuit. And I thank you all for watching, and I hope wherever you're at, you're doing well. Blessings.